What's up, people? I'm Xogue, and welcome back to Ryotcraft Infinity. Now, first and foremost, we're going to chat a little bit about that intro you just saw. I don't know if you liked it. It was a little bit longer than my original. A little bit longer than the first one, the other one, that I just used last episode. So you guys got to let me know what you think about it. I think it's a lot cooler, it's just longer. And I don't know how longer is going to work with you guys. If you want me to shorten it up, I can. You know, if that's a thing that bothers a lot of you guys waiting an extra, it's like, I don't know, it's like an extra 5 seconds or so. It's really not a huge amount of time. I mean, it's not extraordinarily long or anything. It's just a little bit more than normal. And I think, I don't know, I was always told when I was starting out and everything that 10 seconds is pretty much what you want to aim for an intro length. Anyway, so that's what's going on now. And yeah, I'm also recording a different way. I'm still recording with action, but I'm recording a different way. So that way I can use a different editing program. So I'm changing everything around. And that intro you just saw was actually made in Premiere. Now here's a little tip for you. If you don't know how to use a program, go make an intro with that program. Like an editing program, I mean. Because I tell you what, just trying to fiddle around making that intro, it made me learn so much of the program that it is absolutely ridiculous. And now I believe I can do just about anything in Premiere, which is the one I just switched to, that I could have done in Vegas. And it is absolutely amazing. It's pretty good. Just go make an intro and you'll pretty much be good to go. Anyway, so what we were doing in this last episode, at the end of the last episode we killed a Chaos Guardian. If you didn't see that, go check it out because it was amazing. But in the last episode, we started on our BOTANIA setup. This is where BOTANIA is going to go. Right? So what we need is actually some mana stuff. We need some mana containers. That's what we're looking for. And honestly, I'm not 100% sure on where these things are going to go. But I do know that you need at least 2 of these. If we take a look at our book, the first ones we actually want to get into, right, are the day blooms. These are the ones that are going to generate the most. But as I mentioned in the last episode, we have day blooms are not very resistant. After some time, they will they'll wither and die. Words! They'll wither and die off. So, you know, they don't produce much, blah, 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 a whole bunch of stuff like that. And it's kind of a pain in the butt, to be honest. That's a new thing. They didn't used to die. You used to be able to stick them up, and they would just generate forever. Which is something that I think should still happen. I'm not sure why they make them wither and die. To me, that's pointless. But I guess it was in an attempt to prevent people from just making a huge field of day blooms and just letting it sit there. It basically forces people to go further into the mod. But let me just say, for those people that just made a bunch of day blooms and left it alone, why? Why? Go further into the mod, man. It's cool. There's a lot of really, really, really cool things in this. And I mean mana generation things too. Like, these things are really, really cool. Anyway, so we're not going to worry about that right now. But we are going to go ahead and get a few of the day blooms. And I'm not sure how many I can actually make right now. I didn't grab any of the flowers or anything. What do I need for day blooms? We need 1 light blue. Important to that distinction is important. 1 orange and 2 yellows in order to make a day bloom. I'm pretty sure we don't have any day blooms. I'm pretty sure the only one that I made was the pure white, which is just, you know, whites. So let's see if we have any light blue. We have that. That's pretty pitiful. We're going to need a bunch of flowers. That is a thing we're going to need. Do orange or there's an N in there. Orange. Wow. We have 2 oranges. Okay, so far we're already down to 2 day blooms, which is really pitiful. And then what was the other one we needed? Oh wow, my memory is absolutely terrible today. 2 yellows. Terrible today. I don't know what's happening, but okay, well now we're down to, we can make 1 of the flowers. How absolutely amazing is that? You don't turn into anything. How crappy. Okay, we're not even gonna go there. We're just not. We're not gonna do that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go harvest a whole bunch of flowers. Actually, I have a better idea. And I'll see you back here in a second. Alright, so you guys are more than likely going to recognize exactly where I am. But what I can do now, let's go ahead and get myself some pasture seeds. Yeah, 4 of them will work. We only need 1 at the moment, but I figure we might as well go ahead and make a few more. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to make this a whole lot easier on ourselves. Whole lot easier to get a whole bunch of flowers. And I'm going to show you probably my favorite BOTANIA tool that exists. And what we got to do, we only need 1 of these. You guys should be converting very, very shortly. Hurry up. Hurry up. Do the converting thing. Because we have the other stuff we need. Let's put some of this stuff away while those are crafting up and stuff. So put you down here. You can go in there for now. You can go in there for now. You can even go in there, and all of you can as well. Because we need to go get things. 3 of you can go in the system. Then we can go ahead and switch you out. Give me my bag. You go away. You go away. And you go away. Yeah. Yeah, I think that'll do it. That'll do. So these guys should be converting like any second. Any second now. I said any second thing. Stop making me liar. I'm not lying. Should be. Really, 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 really soon. Any second now. There's a hobgoblin making noise over here. You gonna keep making noise? You totally are. In case you guys are curious on how they're getting down here, like I know you see them like every now and then wandering. They don't spawn down here. They spawn up top on one of the islands. But I have this portal here that actually brings me right to the island, which means these guys can occasionally walk right through and get into my base thing. Oh, there you are. Perfect. It seems I stalled for just enough time. All right, so anyway, so we're going to get these guys, and we're going to bring these up here. And what we're going to do is go into our crafting table. We're going to grab this guy, put him right in the middle. 1 there, 1 there, 1 here, here, and here. What do we get? We get the Horn of the Wild. Looks like we can make 2 of them now. So what the heck does this guy do? Alright, so we are over here, right behind McCrib's big black ball of lag. Which you see it doesn't really cause too much. I mean, it's a little bit of lag. It does drop my frames a little bit, but this recording software is amazing and it doesn't affect it. That or McCrib's did something with it. Anyway, so you see, there's a lot of yellow flowers, which is why I picked this area. I hope he doesn't mind me mowing his lawn back here. But what you can do is you can just kind of hold right click. It's super loud. But you see what it did. Like, it clears a huge area out of grass. Just you hold right click. Like this is the size of the square you get with this daggone thing. Like it is enormous. It's huge and it's wonderful. So I can just kind of right here will work. Break everything. Now I do want to test something actually. Now that I can actually do this, let's see. Oh, it didn't work completely. Maybe it did. I don't know. We're going to take a look at that. And what I mean is, I want to know whether or not going up and down levels like this actually reduces the range. And it doesn't look like it is because I was up top. If I'm up top, then this would have been 1 more in because I had to go down a block. So it doesn't. It's just a different thing. Anyway, that's just a curiosity on my part. But yeah, you see, I'm basically just mowing lawn. So I can get a whole bunch of flowers this way. Ooh, look, you look like heavily populated. I'm probably just going to go through and clear most of this out of all of the grass and things. All of the grass and things from this area. It looks like there's a decent amount of... Oh, well, this is somebody's area. Maybe I'll go off in the distance a little bit. They may want to get their own mystical flowers at some point. I don't know. And I'm getting a little bit of lag from loading chunks, and I apologize for that. But I'm going to go ahead and just start collecting a bunch of flowers. And then once I've finished, once I feel that I've finished, once I feel that I have enough-ish for now, then I'll bring it back and we'll go start doing some more BOTANIA stuff. Alright, and we have some flower things. What are you? Oh, you're a black lotus. You don't give petals. So you're something entirely different. We'll investigate that later and emit strong magical vibes. I don't know what you do, black lotus. But anyway, so we have our petal things here. We've gone ahead and gotten a whole bunch of flowers and converted them all into petals because there really is no use for the flowers themselves, except if you want to see the particle effects and stuff when you plant them on the ground. Now, what we need, I believe, what we need is the petals that are in my inventory, but we are going to double check. No worries, we will certainly double... That's not the right thing. The book, I said. There we go. We are going to figure it out. What do you need? Over. Okay, 2 yellows, orange, and light blue, right? That's what we have in our inventory? I'm pretty sure it is. Okay, so how many can we get? We can get 18 flowers. Do we need 18 of them? No, not really. But we're going to get them anyway. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to put this monopool. Oh, you're a 2-wide thing? I could have swore I made you bigger than that. I made these guys bigger than that. Look. See, it's 5 wide. You have a single center point. So guess what? You're going to go right here because you look so much better there. All right, anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to plant these flowers right around here. If we have 18, it means 9 per side. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I don't know, 6, 7, 8, 9, and something. I don't know. But we're going to have 9 per side. We're just going to have the mana spreaders, which we need to have. We need to have them prepped, especially since these guys wither and die. We're not going to get a whole lot of mana from these guys, and we will be upgrading very, very, very quickly. Mana space spreader. Can we make one of you? Do we have enough stuff to make one of you? Oh, we're 1 living wood short. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? We need... All right, give me some logs. No. Wood, I said. Yes, perfect. All right, so we're going to get some of these guys. We're going to go over to our perfect little pure daisy thingamajig right over here. We're going to make some more... no, what? Stop the lag thing. Don't... Lag spike's bad. Don't do that. Never again. Never again! All right, what we're going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and make a bunch of this. I'm going to literally just keep placing it, watching a few videos, and just kind of place this until I get a decent little quantity. Not a huge amount, just a little bit. Just enough to do what we need to do, because we're going to need a few mana spreaders. And obviously, we're going to need a bunch of them in the future. So right now, I'm just going to go ahead and get enough for a few mana spreaders, make them all, and then I'll bring a couple over here with me in order to set this thing up. But when I come back, all of this stuff is going to be set up, and then I can kind of walk you through what's happening exactly. Now, a lot of you already know, but I figured I'll do it anyway. Hurry up, man. Taking too long. Alright, so now I'm over here. We're just kind of doing some more stuff. Now, if you don't know, what you do is you take a water bucket in your hand, you fill up this little petal apothecary with water, and you add the petals that are, you know, in the book. So in this case, I already showed you this once, but you need 2 yellows, an orange, and a light blue, right? So if you set these in here after you add the water, 1, 2, 1, and 1, you see that it doesn't do anything. Well, there's a way to finalize it. To basically tell the petal apothecary, hey, I'm done, make the flower. And that's to throw seeds into the daggone thing. And then you can just kind of repeat that process, fill your bucket up again, throw it in there. 1, 2, 1, 1, and a seed. And then you have all your flowers. And I already did that. I crafted them up a whole bunch. I also made a few more pure, what are you called? Pure daisies. Had them all good to go. So now what we can do is we can actually go right over here. We're going to prepare this thing completely. I don't think I need to do this. This is not one of those things where I'm like, oh my god, if I do this, I'm going to waste mana or whatever. This is just something I want to do because I feel like I should. Anything that has an expiration date kind of bugs me. Like, I don't like it, like, at all. I just don't. I hate expiration dates, timers, and all this other kind of crazy stuff. But by doing this, I can actually figure out, you're like 1 there, and then in the middle, like here, like, perfect. Bam. All right, good. Gotcha. No. Oh, what? 1, 2. You there and you here? Sure. Whatever. Go away, block thing. And you go away. But yeah, anything that has an expiration date, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like using things with expirations. It's like, why am I going to get used to something that is just going to be gone soon? I don't understand it. But I do understand that some things have expiration dates. It's a thing. But what do we need? Wand, right? Is that in my is that already in my bag? I think that's already in my bag. But what I'm gonna do is, where wand forest thing are you? Yes, here. Got it. Nailed it. Awesome. So now what we can do, go ahead and just pre-angle these guys. Now, if you take a look at this, and I was explaining this a little bit, but I told you we'd get into it again once we start our BOTANIA stuff. Now, when you're holding this guy, you can actually see not only the streams of the mana spreaders, but when they shoot the mana burst, you'll see that as well. Like you'll see it, like you can see that without the wand, naturally. But this point right here is the point at which any mana burst loses mana. This is where it starts to lose mana. Any block further away than this, and you will start to lose mana from it. And that goes in both directions. This guy's shooting straight to this one's here, and then you get that little cross thing. Anyway, what we can do with this guy is you can shift and right click, and you'll switch between function and bind mode. Bind mode is what will allow you to shift right click, and then right watch, and then right click, or shift right click, I mean. So you shift right click to select what you want to bind from, shift right click to bind it to. And now you see they're both aiming directly into there, and you don't see those little dots saying you're losing mana because it's really, really close. So now that we have all of this set up, we can take our little daisy things here. We can be like one there, 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 and that's perfect. Now we can do that again right on this guy. And you have one right underneath you, right? That's pretty much where the pattern started. Perfect. So one there, one there, one there. Now you see the shape that I'm doing it in, right? I'll show you what that is for here in just a second. Right there. Perfect. So now we have 9 and 9. There's your little mana burst here that you just saw. But if we take a look in the book at these what are they called? Daybloom things. Bad, good. So basically, if they're right beside each other, you get diminishing returns. If they're right beside each other. So you want to do it in kind of like a diagonal pattern. Now what people normally do is they actually go through and they get the nightshades. Does this show the same thing for these? Because both of these things have the same issue. Dayblooms and nightshades both have the issue that if you place two right beside each other, you will get diminishing returns from them. So people will put a pattern like this down on the ground, and then they throw some nightshades in all the blocks around them, and kind of basically you create a checkerboard pattern with dayblooms and nightshades, and it actually allows you to maximize the space used for the flowers and give you manas, give you all the mana from that stuff and all these things. Now this is not going to give us a whole lot of mana. It looks like it's a whole lot because we have a very tiny mana spreader right now. Like that's pretty quick. You know, that's a pretty quick little thing. But what it actually is, we're just going to waste that. I know. It's total waste. But now we can do that. Now this guy's shooting there. So now everything that we get, now we have a good mana pool, and we can actually go ahead and be like, oh, you're close enough. Bam. Now we have 2 mana pools ready to go. We'll just stack that guy right on top because it doesn't matter at all. And it looks cool. So now these dayblooms are going to be giving us some form of mana. We're not going to put you on top. We might need to access the mana that's inside that thing. We'll put you right there. That'll work. That'll do. And yeah, so this is like the beginning step. This is the first step into BOTANIA, is getting a decent sized mana pool, a couple mana spreaders, and some kind of generating flower. And in this case, dayblooms are one of the easiest to get. But what we want to do is like I said, we want to upgrade really quick. Begonia, I kind of want to make these guys. Do you require any kind of special anything? No, but you do need a white mana petal and a yellow mana petal. We won't be seeing you anymore, Magic Bees. This is a Magic Bees add-on, I guess. Or it's used for it. Maybe they work together. BOTANIA guy was like, hey, Begonia, Magic Bees. It looks like it's a BOTANIA add-on from Magic Bees, which is kind of cool. So you can actually throw your extra drones onto this guy. So we might actually go ahead and make one of these guys if we can. So what I got to do, let's take a look at this. Let's see this again. So we need 3 yellows. We have those. A black, no problem. A white, no problem. Then we need an extra yellow and an extra white, both of which need to be mana petals. And in order to get these guys, you just throw a regular one on top of a mana petal with just a little bit of mana, and you get the mana version of that petal. So we need an extra yellow and an extra white, both thrown into this guy. So once I have all those things set up, let's see if we have enough for a white already. We sure do. Bam, we got it. So now we have the white one. We just need to go get a yellow one, a few more yellows, another white, and a black. We should be good to go. So hang tight. Oh, wait. Where's my... Where are you, thing? Oh, right. We have made the thing. We have made the begonia. How do we use this exactly? Drowns our foundation of holy colors too, but in reality gets words. I'm saying a lot of words that don't make sense because I'm mumbling through the entire thing. Anyway, the begonia is a solution to the problem of overcrowding. Simply toss your spare drones in their vicinity, and they will reclaim the life force within the drone and convert it into mana. They aren't terribly picky and will produce a constant amount of mana while they work. Though it does seem more complex, bees provide more mana than mundane bees, whatever that means. Okay, alrighty. So what we need to do, we got to make this guy. I already showed you to make this guy. Just put all those petals in there and throw in some seeds and you get the thing. So we're going to put this down. What we should be able to do, you see how we have words. We have a whole lot of drones. What I want to know, oh, turn off the magnet thing so that it may pick up the bee and produce mana from it. Oh, there it goes. Bam. All right, let's check this out. How much mana did you produce? You're producing now. Doesn't look like you have any kind of particle effects. All right, so you didn't seem to produce a whole lot. All right, so that wasn't a whole lot. So what if can we just throw a bunch of them? Okay. There it goes. Oh, there's a mana burst. It does seem to do it fairly quickly. It seems to be fairly quick. This guy is absorbing the mana right away. Like, as soon as this flower produces it, it's going straight into the mana spreader. Because there's no point in checking the begonia thing. But it does seem to do only one at a time. However, it is producing mana. Is it producing a huge amount of mana? I don't believe so, but this is a very, very handy way to dispose of extra drones. Now, what we want to do, eventually what we're going to do is set up a system so that when we get all of these extra drones that are in here, give me you and you, because these guys still need to work. You know, I can get a whole bunch more of these stacks and everything. This isn't going to be a big deal. Looks like we don't have a queen in any of these anymore. I don't know what happened to the queen, but apparently that fails sometimes. Apparently that is not a thing that can continue forever. Anyway, but eventually, yet again, what we're going to do is auto-redirect these drones from here into our system. And in our system, we're going to say, if there are more than, say, 25 extra drones, toss the other extra ones over that number into begonias at a time-specified period thing. At timed intervals. There we go. That'll work. That'll be a decent enough description. And what that will do is actually get rid of all of our extra ones and generate us a decent amount of mana. I mean, it's not a huge amount. You see right here, I've already thrown, what, like 10 of them to the thing? At least like 11 technically, and we're not really gaining a huge amount of mana, so it's very, very good. Okay, I was actually worried that since this was either added by a different mod or created by BOTANIA for another mod, that it might be a little bit OP, but it's not. It's definitely not. You don't get a huge amount of mana, so it's not going to be a thing that is going to, you know, give us everything, all the mana or anything. You know, we're going to have to work for it. And that's fine. That's good. That's the way I like it, because then it's actually a game and you're not just playing in God mode the whole time. You know how it is. You know how it is. Alright, so that's good. That'll work. We got the begonia. But now what do we need? Okay, well, we already figured out a huge problem. We have a problem. Our petal situation, right? If we go to mystical... Oh, wait. Mystical, I said. We have no more yellow. I had to go and search for all those, and we're not going to do all of these today. I will do those over a period of time. And you probably won't even see it. But if you see a whole bunch of mana up here, that's probably where they came from. All of my drones. But anyway, what we need to do is actually find a better way to get flowers. We need flowers. And guess what? There is a functional flora in here. Flower shrinking? What? Some functional flowers have a bit too much reach. Sometimes one might not want that to be the case. Tossing one of those few flowers into a monopool without a alchemy catalyst will at the cost of some mana shrink it, making its radius smaller. Interesting. Oh, you have a petite. You have a petite version. That's interesting. That's pretty cool. Anyway, so we have, what are you called, thing? You are called a thing that I don't remember what you're called at the moment. You have a name. I know you do. But what is that name? Is it the Jaded Amaranthus? Yes, it is. The Jaded Amaranthus. This thing is amazing. Everyone likes flowers, right? The Jaded Amaranthus is made just for that purpose. Feeding it with mana from a monopool will have it quickly grow new mystical flowers around it in any spots it can. How do we make one of these things? One of these amazing flowers, the Jaded Amaranthus, requires a rune of spring, first of all, which requires a rune of fire and a rune of water. It requires a lot of things. There's a lot of things. And a redstone root, which is not too difficult to make. That's not a problem. But it requires all these other flowers as well. But we do need one of these things. One of these things needs to be got. So I'm going to start collecting some supplies and stuff. And I'll bring it back here in just a little bit. Oh, look, they're all breaking. They're breaking. You see them? Look, they're done. These guys are going to go soon too. I don't know how long it was, but it couldn't have been more than like maybe 15 minutes or so. And there they go. They're all dying. That's it. They die so fast. It is ridiculous. I'm just here in the process of actually, that's the last little mana burst. They don't leave any mana inside, so they do generate an even amount of it. At least they did that part right. But what we have now is only our begonia to give us mana, which is, that's not very good, man. But I've been working on getting the supplies together. And once I have everything together, I will bring you right back and we'll check some of this stuff out. Alright, so I have been letting this guy charge up just a little bit. I have no idea if I have enough, but if we take a look in the book, I'm going to run you through it all. Since we don't have unlimited mana, I have a feeling I am going to run out in the middle of this, and that's not good. So I'm going to run you through everything, and then I'm just going to make it off camera. But what we need right here is a mystical green, mystical purple, mystical lime, 2 purple manas, a redstone root, and this guy. Now this guy I've already got, as I said, it's grass and redstone. That's not a very difficult thing to make. But this guy requires the runic altar, which as you see, I have already made in place. You saw in the last clip, and I just didn't mention it because the breaking of the flowers was crazy. But what we have here, we need to make 2 more just to make the rune of spring. So we need the rune of fire and the rune of water plus wheat and all this stuff. Right here in this table, we need the rune of water, which right here, this thing, 3 mana steel, a bone meal, a sugar cane, and a fishing rod. And then we need the rune of fire, which is 3 more mana steel, a nether wart, a gunpowder, and a nether brick. Now I'm going to make one of these. I should have enough just so you can kind of see how it's done. But what we need to do is put this stuff on the bar. And then we need a piece of living rock as well. And we need our wand. Is our wand? Where is our... There you are. I lost my wand for a moment. But what you do is basically just hold these items in your hand and right click. You'll see them start to float around here. It's really cool. So we're going to throw that one, and then that one. And now that is the completed recipe for the fire. So what you do is when you have the entire thing on there, you right click. You'll see the little charging bar right there. This guy is taking mana from the mana pool, shooting it onto the runic altar, charging this guy up. Then what you do, once it's fully charged, you drop 1 piece of living rock on it. Then you take your wand. Where are you? There you go. Once it's fully charged, which we do not have enough. You see that? But once it's fully charged, you come over here and right click on the guy. We can take my living rock back so it doesn't die completely. It looks like we need to drop... Let's just drop the whole stack of drones on this guy. Take him. Give me mana. You should actually just kind of keep as it goes through. And this guy will kind of charge up every mana burst it gets. It'll just kind of keep flowing right through onto this guy. So it should charge up here eventually. But once it's charged, you right click on it and you'll just see, you know, whatever it is you're trying to, well, okay, you right click on it with one of these on it and it fully charged. And then you'll see your runes of fire or whatever it is you're trying to make pop right off and you'll collect them and it's really cool. But this is going to take me a while, so hang tight. Alright, we have had some developments. Okay, you see this guy right here. I had to go and make one, which was a pain in the butt because the begonia went away. It died. It withered and died or something. So I was like, you know what? There's one flower I know does not disappear over time. At least I'm pretty sure it doesn't. You see the lightning? Isn't that cool? That's really cool. I'll explain that in a minute. Pretty sure it doesn't because Baz has like 8 of these guys set up. And they haven't, as far as I know, all the time that I was using them, they didn't disappear. They didn't wither and die. So awesome. Now I have 1. And it was such a pain because I had to go get more yellow flowers to craft 3 more day blooms and wait for 3 day blooms to fill this up enough to give me 2 mana petals in order to make this guy. Because this guy right here requires not a whole lot. He's actually relatively cheap. But you do need 1 red mana and 1 brown mana petal, along with the other guys which I already had. So I had to wait. It took like 10 minutes or so, which really isn't a huge amount of time. It's not a big deal, but still a thing. Like 3 day blooms I had to wait for. I just sat here. I did nothing. It was just like, meh. I had to wait. And it kind of... Anyway, so I have 1 now. So now I can actually just go ahead and be like, you know what? Bloop. Eat a piece of coal block. And then generate me some mana so I can go ahead and do this stuff. But, so I figured I would bring you back so you see this right here. Now, you see it's full. You see that thing is full? That's what the blue lightning is telling you. So you can see from a distance, like if you're really far away, that guy's still generating mana from that 1 coal block before. That's ridiculous. It's awesome. But so if you're far away, you can see the lightning. You'll be like, oh, it's done. You can come over here and you know it's full up. But you see right clicking on it doesn't do anything. Not until you add, whoop, super jump, 1 piece of living rock. Then you whack it, bam! Off pops the, what are you? Rune of fire. Now, I've actually gotten a few achievements. Look at this. Daybreak Arrival. Don't ignore this stuff right here because this is from a camera mod that the key bindings were all messed up and stuff. That is not in... That's nothing. That... Yeah. Bruh. Anyway, so we have Make a Day Bloom. Done. Vivid Wave. Upgraded Diluted Mana Pool to a normal one. Boom. Done. Create an Endo Flame to boost mana production. Bam. Done. Use a runic altar to create a rune. Bam, done. Look at that. We are progressing through the achievements like crazy. We're good. We are totally good. You're still not there. Let me pick you up real quick, just in case. We don't want you to despawn. And it's not like we're running low on coal or anything. So anyway, we're getting mana. This thing, I just got to make a few more of these other guys and stuff in order to get what we were trying to get. But what I'm going to do now is actually just make a few more of these guys. And then I'm going to go ahead and get that Jaded Amaranthus. And then we will be good to go. We will be, alright, we're going to have some, at least we'll be started down the BOTANIA road. We don't have a huge amount of mana production, but we do have a bunch. We'll have enough. We'll say it that way. We'll have enough. It's not a bunch either. It's really not. It's kind of pitiful, actually. But, especially because it's not automated. But we will have enough. So, anyway... If you liked the episode, don't forget to hit that like button. If you want to see more and you want my videos sent directly to you, then don't forget to subscribe. Comment, favorite, share if you feel like you want to. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.